What do you already have? What? What?
I was just wanting to hear what you had to say about Irish coffee. You were in the middle of talking about it, and then Ahmed did his little thing.
Well, traditional Irish coffee has butter in it. It's good.
Butter in it. Okay, just
That's
butter.
right.
Whiskey.
Butter, whiskey.
Okay, well,
And that,
okay.
well, yeah.
Gotta have whiskey in it.
that
I
tracks.
haven't had whiskey and butter in my coffee. I'm gonna have to try that.
It's good.
I've had Irish cream.
Yeah, see, that's not it, though.
I know.
I went to Dublin expecting one thing and got something else better. Hi, everyone.
Hi! We are live. This is Soundbooth Theater Live, and this is a cinema edition of Soundbooth Theater Live, a cinema edition that we have been meaning to record for 2 goddamn months.
Third time's a charm, y'all.
Yeah,
Third
exactly.
time's a charm. We're usually second week, right?
Yes.
Second week. So this is going to be, we're going to have one more cinema in just 2 weeks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But today we're going all the way back to what we were supposed to do our review on in
February.
January.
It was February, yeah.
No, it was
February,
Jan-
and then no, it was February.
oh, no,
and
no,
then
it's
March.
February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
February. Okay.
Yeah.
It was the Miyazaki film.
Nausicaä
and the Valley of the Wind. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was Redline.
Mm-hmm.
And
The Lord of the
then
Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like now remembering these movies
I
that
know.
we watched.
Yeah, you watched them eons ago. I
Yeah,
know
and
you
Yeah, we
seen
were, because
Knowledge.
Jeff and I were good boys. We did them like the days after
Yeah.
the last cinema, and then
I
now
was
we've
not-
waited.
I was
Luckily,
not a
I have
good
my
boy.
notes, though. I have my notes.
This was for me. All three were good. I'm just gonna put that.
Okay. Sin's face. All right, just feature her. She has a monologue for us.
No. I just want to preface this conversation with something. Whenever we do this again, I would rather it not be all animated movies.
Heard and respected.
That's
I
all.
think that's fair.
I mean, why? Why does it matter?
Because I wanted to poke my eyes out with all the animation I had to watch, especially since I wasn't crazy about most of them.
How about animated and like puppets?
No puppets.
What
Oh, the
about
puppets were
like,
great.
Like
Animated,
unless we
stop
watched
motion,
Labyrinth or
claymation?
Dark Crystal or something.
Let's watch all puppets.
Y'all, don't be cruel.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're gonna do Muppets Treasure Island,
I'm the mama bear, and you guys treat me
and,
so bad sometimes. I don't understand.
I love
this.
you so much.
I love you too, but you're so mean to me.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone's mean to you though because you hate all
Joy.
Yeah, I think.
Look, I'm just trying to look out for
everyone's gonna
everybody's health.
Everyone's gonna seem mean to you if you hate all joy.
I'm
you
just
know?
trying to take care of y'all because I love you. So
Muppet supremacy. That's right.
Yeah, I agree. Muppet supremacy.
I hate the Muppets so much.
I
No, I don't hate anime, Sashi. I actually don't. I bought Ninja Scroll when I was at Planet Comic-Con.
Ooh.
When everybody was packing up, I finally had a chance to
You
walk
got a
around, and
Blu-ray
I
of it.
came upon this booth that was selling a bunch of stuff, and I bought a Batman animated movie and Ninja Scroll.
Nice. Ninja Scroll is
yeah.
one of the best animes
I've
ever.
heard, and I only have a VHS of it, and I'd rather watch a Blu-ray.
Hell yeah. Well,
I still,
Rich, what were you saying?
I still need to watch that one, but I watched everything else by that guy. He's really good.
Okay.
The Ninja
Who's the
Scroll
creator?
Yeah, I think I've only seen the one.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, well,
We'll get back on that one.
Yeah.
let's because this is a makeup
A special edition.
episode, a special edition. We're going to
Yes.
read some news first before we get started. Just so we can get
Oh
it
yeah,
in there.
because it's a special edition. That's
It's a
why.
special one. Yeah.
There we
so-
go. It's happening.
So we're gonna do some news real quick. Ryan, do you want to do the general stuff and then I'll do the new releases?
Yes. Thank you, Diane.
Yeah.
General SBT and community announcements coming your way. We have the Lit RPG Con 3-day general admission passes that are now on sale, so if you haven't picked yours up already, grab one before they're gone. And also, the Lit RPG Con vendor hall applications are now open. If you are an author, publisher, narrator, or artist, you can be among the first to share your work at Lit RPG Con. Applications close, though, On April 4th. So you have
Ooh,
a
soon.
week. Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah. Look at that table price, $225. I don't know, unless you're going to like a little mall con that's independent on its own. You're not going to get a table that cheap at any con. So, $225 per table for any of you vendors out there who know you can make some bank with the LitRPG crowd. And yeah, we've already sold, I think, half the tickets.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
We're only like a month in, and we've already sold half the tickets. So
Dang.
guys, come in, because there's not that many tickets. There really isn't.
Yeah.
This is a small con. We were very careful to be humble this time. You know, this is our first con that we've ever run, so we wanted to make sure that we weren't too what's the word?
Like big for our britches, maybe?
Too big for our
You
britches.
didn't overestimate
Yeah.
the interest.
Yeah. So far it seems like maybe we underestimated. I don't know, but I mean
Well,
that's
that's a
better
good
than
thing.
having spent too much money
Yeah.
and not enough people. So, but at this point, it's getting close, guys. So if you haven't already, go pick up your tickets. Go tell other people that you have gotten addicted to Dungeon Crawler Carl. Tell them this is the thing to come to, and come play some games with us, guys. This is all about the community.
It's about the fun, exactly.
Yep. Playing games together, playing games with your favorite creators. You won't know who you're playing with, but sign up for the games that you like, and maybe you'll match up with your favorite author.
What kind of games?
All sorts of board games, VR games. There's a laser tag on Saturday. There's like a whole.
I
laser
want to
tag.
bring my Taboo game, but I don't think anybody's interested in Taboo. That's like the
I
best
think
game ever.
people will play with you. If you
It's
build
okay.
it, they will
Yeah.
come.
People
I'll
are
just
bringing
hide
children.
in my corner with my computer while everybody plays.
Ooh. This is my
Joy.
I'm injecting joy in your life.
LitRPG Con. Watching the nerds from afar. Are they having fun over there? God damn it.
All right, and was that the? We have anything else there?
For general, no. Now we're on to the
Okay.
new releases.
New releases, our upcoming and individual title news. Thresholder, Book 1, Teague Water by Alexander Wales, officially released yesterday on Audible. This is our first audiobook that we have had Henry Kramer narrate for us.
Yes.
He's been wanting to narrate for us for a very long time. It's an honor to have him with us on this project. Thresholder, I play the main bad guy in it. And I don't even feel like a bad guy. when
I
I'm
was
playing
going to
that.
say, let's just call him the antagonist,
The
because an
antagonist.
antagonist isn't necessarily a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. I even like narrate a couple chapters as him, and I kind of like play kind of a soft-spoken character. So it was fun to do. It was a fun voice type to narrate with. So I hope you guys will go check it out. This Thresholder has been on Royal Road for a while. It built a big following, and yeah, that's why we decided to publish it. So go on.
Now is this
to
one?
Audible.
What genres are we talking here?
I
can.
don't know that this is lit RPG.
No, it feels more
GameLit?
like a sci-fi-ish type. He's jumping to different, almost like dimensions or different Earths.
Yeah,
something,
but I
it's-
think there is also a progression fantasy element to it, though, isn't there, Sin?
Well, he has this suit and he fights and stuff, but
better
it
it as he
doesn't
goes.
feel like. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you would categorize it as progression fantasy. To me, it just feels like sci-fi stuff.
Okay.
You know,
Very cool.
I don't know. Well, I call it paranormal because there's certain creatures involved too.
So one thing that happens through this book is the main character and lots of characters, including the antagonist. I think like the antagonist and the main character are kind of in the same boat, or
Yes, they
not
are.
Like they're in the same situation, and these people teleport from universe
to universe, yep.
basically. And it's like they have to. It's like a game. They have to find each other, fight, and then when one of them is about to lose, the gates, the portals open.
Portal opens, yeah.
And they have a chance to escape, or the person who wins gets to leave the portal through the portal. So, it's a really fascinating piece. So I think you guys should all go check it out.
Yeah, that sounds epic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm looking
interesting.
forward to the next one. First 2 episodes of the cinematic audio series When Life Gives You Legends is now out on our app, and the 3rd episode comes out tomorrow. This one is written by Luna Ryder. We had a Kickstarter that made this happen. When was it? November or October when we launched that Kickstarter? We got it funded. We have the audiobook already available, and this is narrated by Dory Sachs. And Dory is actually doing a different voice than you guys are used to from her. She's playing an older character, so she wanted to try and bring that out. And I think she does a pretty good job of making it sound not like Dory.
It
awesome.
sounds different. It startled me a little when I was listening to the chapters to make sure everything was lined up and working. So that doesn't sound like Dory.
Yeah, but aside from Dory being our lead narrator on this one and the main character, we also have Aaron J. Morton doing direction for all the other characters and all the sound effects and music. Aaron, I don't know that he did the sound effects and music, but he directed it at least. He did the arrangement. So
I think he did a lot of the music, though. I would say.
He did all the music. I'm pretty sure he
okay,
did all the music. It's the sound effects that, like, Rich, were you the sound effects for this one?
Yeah, I did sound effects.
Okay.
Gus did a lot of it too.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this one, brand new cinematic from us. Go check it out if you like cozy fantasy, if you like fun new takes on fantasy. This is about a woman, the halfling bar. Is she the bartender, or I think she's the bartender, right?
She's bartender.
Yeah. So this bartender halfling has quote unquote retired from adventuring, but these young whippersnappers want to get help from her, so they kind of trick her into helping them, and there's this whole adventure that spins off because of it. So go pick that up if you haven't already. It's just 4 episodes. The first episode is free. You can get the entire series for one price. I don't know, but each episode is $3.99 after the first.
Heck yeah. And guys, I play a locust, so no big deal.
Dude, you did a great job with the locust.
Thank you so much. Chittering in my booth is like
Is that
one of the specialties.
Is that what your lines were? Just sound?
No, I'm actually very not much a part of this one in terms of lines, but like what I did have was awesome. Loved doing it. But then Rich messaged me last week. He's like, "Hey, we need someone to be a locust," and I was like, "I'm your guy."
Well, you did a peacock pretty good, so.
You know, meth llamas, locusts, whatever you need.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, next we have Blood Mercenaries, Book 3, Frostbane. Tell us about this one, Ryan.
This is the conclusion of the first trilogy. I mean, well, there are 4 because there's like the prequel, Book 0, but this is the conclusion of the first set of his books, and the 4 mercenaries are fighting a calamitous frost dragon that is, about to murk the entire continent, and it's a great time. He really stepped up the humor in this one. Everything went really well. I'm loving it, and that one comes out on April the 1st, and we ain't fooling.
Yeah. Are you sure?
That's a dope cover.
That is a dope cover. So you guys can get the whole series up to there now on Soundbooth Theater Direct, which will be called something else next week.
Ooh, next week?
Next week.
Because I was going to say someone wants to know, beep, boop, boop, boop,
Yes.
when will the new app land?
Yes, I will tell you after we talk about Prophecy Approved Companion Book 3, The Chosen Free, which is available for pre-order now on Audible and will release on April 3rd. That's tomorrow and a week. If you guys have not picked up Prophecy Approved Companion already, this is one of my favorite series that we're working on. Annie is the narrator, and she does a fantastic job playing an NPC who doesn't quite know she's an NPC, but kind of does, and she's being led around by the most obnoxious player, named the Chosen One, who likes to break the game in order to take advantage of it. The rest of the cast is all NPCs, and they're all equally NPC-like and clueless, and still with just a whiff of sentience. And the whole cast of characters is great. We have sexy, screamy Spider Lady. We have me playing the Bard. Sewer Bard is his name. And Gary plays the Chosen One, and definitely bad guy. Who we don't know what his real alignment is.
So this one really is a bad guy. He's not just the antagonist.
Well, his name's definitely bad guy.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess that
answers
indication.
it. Yep. No doubt.
Gary also absolutely kills it in this series. Gary is one of those actors that when I'm working on a project with him, I always want to listen to his lines while I'm recording because they just all crack me up. So book 3 is, I believe, the finale of this series. So be sure to go pick up books 1 and 2, catch up to find out what this one is all about. I find it gut-wrenching hilarious and so stupid. And if you love playing Skyrim, you love playing RPGs, you will recognize all the behaviors that
That's awesome.
main character exhibits.
Yeah, so share this with all your friends that are the type that don't like it until the series is done, because now's their shot.
Okay. So before we talk about JordanCon, just gonna give you guys a little spoiler here. We're launching our new platform next week. Next week today. So 7 days. Guys, I'm so with that you're going to be able to listen to our audiobooks with so much less of a headache to deal with. This new app is so much smoother, sexier, better looking, and just easier to use, better organized. This is going to be a much better listening experience for you guys, and hopefully it will be enough that you will start recommending other people buy our stuff from our store. I think that's one thing that's been keeping a lot of people away, is just the hassle of it. And now there's no hassle. You'll still be able to buy. There's a few little features that are going to go away for a little bit as we reintroduce them, because we completely started from scratch. We didn't go improve the second app. We just dumped it and went for built another one from the ground up. Guys, it was worth it. But I want you guys to find out. Tell everyone you know, hey, SBT's leveling up. They're improving their game. Next week we have a new app. All right, JordanCon, April 25th through 27th. That is in Atlanta. This is DragonCon Junior. And Soundbooth Theater will be there. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend, but Ryan H. Reed will be there.
That's right. And so will Gary.
Gary Damn Furlong will be there. Is Aaron going?
Yes.
Just you two.
Yep,
and
it's
Aaron Morton. Aaron J.
Morton.
Morton. There's too many. There's too many people now. I can't.
I know.
Keep
We'll have
all
to
their
fire
names
some
straight.
people.
I'll have to. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Aaron's gonna be all three of them are fantastic to party with. So be sure to make it to JordanCon and see us there.
Yeah.
One more thing. Luna Ryder is going to be, the author of When Life Gives You Legends, is going to be joining us for next week's SBTL. So if you are starting to get curious about her book, When Life Gives You Legends, you can pop by and find out one more time if you might like the author. She might convince you. All right.
That's the news.
That's the news. We need the thing.
Come on, God, give us our dinks.
Give us our dinks to God. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Oh,
that was like
Mr.
nothing.
I hate it here.
Mr. Jenner says, I spent all my money to go to LitRPG Con. Well, you made the right
cool.
decision.
We'll see you there.
Yeah, we'll see you there for sure.
We want to see you at LitRPG Con. If
Now I don't want them. I don't want your late dinks.
I knew that means you didn't want them to begin with.
Well,
Okay,
Sometimes timing is everything. Okay, we talked about it a little bit earlier with like this guy's just an antagonist and not a bad guy and stuff. I want to know in the chat, people, characters you think of that like were the bad guy of the movie that you totally related with, because I feel like there are like, I don't know, the one that I thought of a little bit. Now, don't hate me, but I was like, I see where Thanos is coming.
I was gonna say the same thing.
I'm like, I get it. It's even. It's clear.
Yep.
You know, like there's no. Who knows who's gonna go and not go? But
Yeah.
like, you know, they do. Because yes, and I've heard everyone's theories about like, well, if he could just snap his fingers, why didn't he just double all of the resources then, and then everyone would be fine. No one has to die. Whatever. But yeah, I'd like to hear your take on the bad guy that's not really a bad guy.
Oh, Clue Studio says Magneto.
Magneto.
Magneto's classic.
Yeah.
Joker from The Dark Knight. That whole little monologue thing that he gave to Two-Face in the hospital. He was not wrong.
Yep. Yep. Lorthane says Boxy, which is objectively the correct answer. Yes, the correct answer. Anybody else? Anybody else got anything? What are we starting with today? What are we starting?
Yeah.
Well, I think the first one on the picture. What was it? Was it Redline?
Yeah, let's do Redline.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Nausicaa, I think, was our extra credit. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's start it out.
Yes.
Yeah. Start putting in your
Redline.
start putting in the chat what your guys'
Yes.
numbers for Redline were.
1 to 10. What did you guys think of Redline? Please put it in the chat. And who wants to start?
Y'all start.
Dude, I mean, okay, I was in it from the get-go. I thought that this thing was so immaculately planned and storyboarded. Like, everything in that opening that was just like adrenaline, pure adrenaline injected into your veins, and it was gorgeous. That whole opening sequence was amazing. That's my first impression was, I think they hit it solid out of the gate and didn't stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. I was highly entertained this entire time. Did I really know what the hell was going on all the time? Not really.
No.
The characters, I don't know that I cared about any of the characters. They were all kind of archetypes.
Yeah.
You know, they just all seemed to be functional, you know, for the plot. They were just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them had really nice boobs. That was good.
Yeah. Solid boobs.
Yeah, lots of good boobs. But in the end, to me, this film is pure entertainment. Just great race scenes, great action scenes. I have never seen an animation style like this before. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't. I guess hand-drawn. I guess it is anime.
Yes. And it was hand animated.
But it's not. Cool. It doesn't look boring like anime usually does to me. You know, the reason anime usually looks boring to me is because it all looks the same. And this does not look the same. Everything moves differently.
Maybe because it's a movie instead of a show?
No.
You think?
No, it's something about the style.
Yeah, it's the style. I think it's the proportions
it's
as well.
The medium as well. If you said it was drawn, then there's something about the medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The paint they used.
I only know that. I only know it was drawn because Lauren Landa, who played one of the characters in here, has been to our local anime con a few times, and she specifically mentioned this movie and talked about how great it was and that it was hand drawn. And so I never forgot about it, and I acquired the movie, but I never watched it until in preparation for this live stream.
Unexpectedly for me, this movie is probably the closest to Dungeon Crawler Carl. This was suggested for DCC, and this reminded me big time of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
A little bit.
This had a lot of themes, a lot of similar themes, a lot of similar characters, and
the
competition and the competition and the lawyer and the
intergalactic competition.
Yeah. And then the hero wins somehow by the skin of his teeth at the very end. You know, like the way it ends is like they're completely bare. they worked the engine so much that they just finished the whole car, and they won because their bodies launched out of the vehicle. Like it was.
Yeah, I know.
It was so pointed and extreme in every way, the way it was cut.
Yeah.
And there was something that was very like visceral or urban, or I don't know what to call it. But it was very different than any other anime I've seen. And initially, I thought it was digital, and that's why it looked the way it looked. And when Sin told me it was hand drawn, I'm like shocked.
Yeah.
It looks like, I don't know, like spray paint. You know, like
yeah,
it was
maybe
drawn,
that's
like,
it.
like by graffiti
It does kind
artists.
of that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
just
it could be.
these vehicles, man, beautiful, like bizarre, absurd, and but like interesting, and pretty good voices. Although I have to say, the voice of the lawyer got on my nerves a little bit. I'm not sure why.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember. I wrote the voice acting is all really slick. Like they are.
Yeah,
like
a little too slick, maybe, right?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Every once in a while, it was just a little bit like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Like I'm cool.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
but for the most part,
trying to be
yeah,
cool.
yeah. But for the most part, I thought that it was pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was.
I thought the dialogue overall though was pretty whack. Like
Yeah.
it was
It
just
was
so.
an anime, right? Like
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
translated somehow, or something weird about it.
Yeah, but it was just very like exposition centered. I was like,
I
it
feel
was
like
like
we're watching the whole
exposition
movie.
dump after
Yeah.
dump. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, all right.
we haven't seen a repeat of anything. I'm fine with that. I by the end, I was ready for it to end. You know, you can only have so much intensity at a time. But it was. I want to see it again. I want to watch it again because it was just so much fun, and it is just so thrilling.
I kind of loved that all
dude,
of the.
God, that animation is just remembering
look at
it
that.
now. It's just
The teeth.
it's
Yeah, I
intense.
don't know,
Oh, I
some-
remember what I was gonna say. It was lens, right? They're using lots of stretching and warping and strange proportions to give it that fisheye lens, or to give the illusion of different types of camera lens that people use in film to make things more exciting. I mean, look at that. Yeah,
And they use
lots of
that
different
to that animation style to like really sell you like the speed of like how fast these racers are going.
Yeah.
Like I like in that opening part where everybody's like getting ready for like watch the racers pass by and they come by like in a second and they're like ah! Like these cars are like going like really fast.
Yeah.
All right,
That was
so
pretty epic.
Sin has been silent
Yeah.
this whole time.
It's your turn now. We've
I
praised
hated it. I hated
Okay.
it.
All right. Give us your pitch.
Okay,
Why?
You're
so
always. It's always such a pleasure, Sin.
No,
okay,
I
so
really don't, you
there's this exciting action intro, and I was bored to death. I couldn't wait for this movie to be over.
Like even in that intro.
Even in the intro, I was like, okay,
Interesting.
okay. I mean, I agree. The animation is gorgeous in a lot of parts. I did not like that dude's hair. It was ridiculous looking. I just
He was
couldn't
giving us Johnny
with his
Bravo.
hair.
Come
it was like,
on.
but it was
It's a
like this.
pompadour,
Anyway,
That's the future, you know.
but
You have-
it's considered a cult
Bravo,
film.
yeah.
This movie flopped at the box office. But it took. I looked up stuff about it because I do find the production of it interesting, even though I'm not crazy about it at all. The story did nothing for me. The characters did nothing for me. I couldn't tell the girl characters apart because they all pretty much looked the same. And it was boring. I
was muted.
I was so glad when it was over. And that's when I was like, I don't ever want to do only animated movies again for our cinema.
Okay, but you have to admit the
There was
female
this movie
characters
that
had
did
nice
it.
boobs.
Well, all anime female characters have nice boobs
Not
generally.
really. I mean,
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's kind of a given. We're
Some
talking
boobs are
about
not-
anime.
Some boobs are
Hated that.
drawn above the rest.
Yeah.
For a
This-
tech.
That's a nice movie.
So there was this interesting bit of trivia I found out about it, that it was in production for 7 years, which, okay, given hand-drawn animation, but I don't know why it took that long. Maybe there were some budget issues. But it said
whole
they
cover
used
is his
over
hair.
100,000 hand-drawn frames.
Whew.
That's a lot of
That's
drawing.
epic. Yeah.
Yes. The colors were I like the colors. And someone pointed out something interesting in the chat. Clue, I think it was Clue. He said it was it's shaded differently than most anime. Maybe that's why it has a different
Yeah, it's
feel
flat.
to it.
So it's flat.
It's either black or not shaded.
Oh, that's what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
At times, though, I
Interesting.
mean, here it looks,
That's
the
with
light
color.
looks fairly more normal, like the
That's with color. There's no cross hatching though.
that
Yeah.
freaking thing. The boss monster at the end was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
There was a lot of interesting choices too with the vehicles and the nitro and
The way they won at the
Yeah.
end to me was just dumb too, like how
Well,
just
how
kinda
they
can.
that was like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, in all of the
that
rest of the
face.
movie, so exposition heavy, like explaining, like honestly, to me, it felt like expressionist in so much that like in expressionist like plays and things, it's like everything that's going on inside the character's head is verbalized. There's nothing to infer. It's like, and that's what this kind of felt like. It was like there was no subtext going on. It was just like, this is exactly what this character is feeling, and this is exactly what's happening in our dialogue. Here you go. And the one time that I really wanted that was when I was like, how did they
how did
survive
this
that
happen?
ending?
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
like,
they're
I
not
need, and then they were like,
superheroes.
and we're done.
And thus kissing
Yeah, I'm
the
sad
air
that
as
there
we're
wasn't
falling
no.
to
I was
Yeah,
just
the ending
ending
was
there was like
abrupt.
no epilogue. Like there's so much
Yeah.
going on.
We're just like
There's like no loose ends tied. It just ended.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
wonder if there was like a director's cut and like there was a like cut ending or something, but it feels like they kind of just intended it to end that way, which just felt weird to me.
Like, look at that hair.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
felt
so
abrupt.
ridiculous. Come on. Come on.
Look at him.
I think it's awesome.
It's phallic, and I love it.
Okay, but it needs to be about 5 inches shorter. And then it would be all right.
got
But
an
I was so
AI made-
distracted
It's like a-
by how
it's
stupid it looked.
Frame.
It's like a Japanese trope. It's supposed to like represent like a bad boy who has a heart of
It's
gold.
supposed to, like,
You gotta
okay, so you know what it's
Take
supposed to
that, Sin.
represent?
Not only is he saying
Looks
this, but
terrible.
it's covering your frame. It's
terrible.
covering you up. Bye, Sin.
The pop.
Yeah, get fucked by
So-
this bear.
78.
Okay, Ryan, do I need to remind you what sometimes
gonna
comes
turn
out
it
of your
up.
mouth when you don't think?
No.
So this reminds me, talking about the hair, and he has that greaser style look, right, from the 50s and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me
pompadour.
of
Drag Race.
so there's
Drag
this
Race.
music video I'm a little obsessed with. It's from 5 Seconds of Summer called Youngblood. Have you guys ever watched that?
No, the song,
It takes place in Japan, and it's a bunch of Japanese guys dressed up like greasers from the 50s singing this song. I legit thought they were the band, but they're not. And someone was talking about how there's this whole subculture in Japan where these people just dress up like these greasers from the 50s, and they hang out in this place and they dance and they interact with like the tourists and stuff. I just thought that was cool. It reminded me of that when we were talking about his hair.
They probably
Maybe
wrote this movie.
what that guy is.
It-
which makes
it's-
more
It definitely
racist
is.
Maybe,
against Japanese
yeah.
People, maybe.
It's
Could
like a
be
whole
callback to all that.
subculture.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't realize that till I saw the Youngblood music video. It's his hair umbrella. Yeah, well, it looks absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, if you
Anyway,
look at people who have that hairstyle, they go that long.
I
Like, their
just
hair's- they're
can't.
crazy.
I can't. Nope. That.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh,
That's
you're
my
gonna
next-
do. Oh,
that's
because
my
you have
next
long enough
hairstyle.
hair. Please don't, Jeff. It's gonna. I'll just laugh
Please,
at you the
Jeff.
whole
I'm
time.
gonna-
We're gonna get you
Do not.
working.
Do
bro.
it.
Cosplaying with him,
Wow, look at those.
all natural. I'm get going.
Yeah.
I'm spending $250 at a hairstylist.
Lord
that.
have mercy.
That's
I don't-
the cost.
Well,
I
I'll
don't-
just come
some
at
of
you with
these-
a pair of scissors. That's what I'll do.
All right, Chucky. Jesus.
Cut off.
Sin sadness hands.
All right, so let's do like a
Yeah,
vote
we
or
got
a
numbers?
thing,
Oh,
I
I have not seen any numbers from.
Oh, no
from
numbers in the
audience.
chat.
Here's the
You
hair
guys,
for-
come on.
Yeah, there's no numbers from the audience.
Oh.
I like.
Alright.
You guys might be fired.
Nobody
I
saw
tell
it.
ya.
They're just
We have
here
to fire-
the audience.
for the
The audience. I'm
ridiculous
talking about the audience.
conversation, which is
While they
I mean,
get
I'm
their
fine with it.
little
I'll
shit in a
give you a
pile.
number.
There we
I
go. We
think,
got some
I'll
numbers
give this
coming in.
movie, I give this
I have
movie-
some-
Oh,
Wow.
Mr. Jenner is
Ooh,
with
bring
Sin
on
on
the
this one.
average. Yes, Bill did say.
Oh,
9
I did.
out of 10.
I've got the
Much
screen maximized,
earlier.
so I haven't seen. Who?
Well done,
Mr.
guys.
Mr.
Yeah,
Jenner.
3. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
Another
a
thing
little
I
lower
remember.
than I was going to rate it, but I'm
Oh,
not
good
going to
for
argue with that number. Sorry,
Five
Rob.
5 out
Kelly-
of 7?
Hold on.
What?
Let me do that math.
How do you convert that
He
to
has to-
Can
he
you
has
give
to
us a
make you
number out of
convert it.
10?
It's easy.
You got to do
Come
your
on,
fractions.
Dirk!
Hold on.
Well, I don't want
That's
to.
seven.
Your
That's a
fraction,
7.
You need a common denominator.
That's a 7.1.
It's got to be 7.
I worked
You
very
gotta
hard
make
to be able to play
common
pretend
denominator 70.
in my booth by myself and not have to do math.
We don't. I was
Okay.
getting ready to say this is not the time
Oh,
for math.
Dirk changed his rating. 6 out of 10. He's
Okay.
at a 7.
Thanks, Dirk
Okay.
Gently.
I still have
Also,
to-
I thought that the soundtrack for this was like a masterpiece.
Oh,
I thought
yeah, it was
that
great. It was
epic.
Bob.
Loved it the whole time. And then I have some notes that I don't even know what they mean. Like,
Oh, read them to us.
Say that.
I hated the potato chip joke.
I missed that.
What was
I
it?
don't remember that.
I don't
Was that
know
what
what
it's
that
been
means,
so long?
but I hated it, evidently.
Probably should have rewatched it. I guess.
I know.
Oh no,
And then
absolutely
the only
not.
quote that I got here was
For me.
costumed rejects from a porno.
Maybe the
Do
girls.
that with what you will.
The girls.
Oh yeah, those two girls that shared a thing that they were driving, and they like.
Yeah, one of those was that actress that came to our con.
It was oddly specific. I'm sorry.
What is this? I don't.
Oh,
Morthane, what
these
does this
two.
mean? What the hell does this mean?
Meh, mid, good tattoo flash outside that neat F zone.
F-Zero quick flip comic. That said, midnight for
I feel like
real.
I'm reading
Thank
a
you,
comment.
SBT.
I
Meh,
have no
mid.
idea.
No. He's saying, hang on. I'm gonna try to decipher.
Can you
Okay, yeah.
interpret
I
it
think
for
he's
us?
saying, I think so. Yeah. Meh
Okay.
mid, meaning it was okay.
It was mid.
Yeah.
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 It was. Yeah.
There was a
6 then?
great
That
tattoo
sounds like a 6.
flash in the movie. Outside the neat F-Zero quick flip comic, which is like all the racing. F-Zero
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a
yeah.
game in
Okay.
Super Nintendo. That said, and then he said mid again, which is 5, right?
Yeah.
Night for, and then, midnight for real. Thank you, SPT. And this is where
To
I
me,
don't know,
to me, it
midnight
sounds
for
like a
real.
6, not a 5. 5 is
A
5
six?
is 5 is a fail.
He said mid.
6 is mid. I know.
Mid means in the middle.
Mid means
So
Meh.
5 is like
5 is fail.
I'm gonna
He
go with
said
Jeff on
ma.
this
He
one. I
said
think
meh.
it's a 6.
Meh
Si-
is
6?
fail.
I mean, it's definitely
No,
a rotten
man,
on
it's
Rotten
not fair.
I'd say
Tomatoes.
s-
All right,
in the
everybody,
50s.
vote on whether or not Lord Thane
Yeah, everyone in the chat, put it in there. What does it mean?
chaos.
Oh my
right.
gosh.
We
You
got-
guys
we
have
got all
your
the numbers?
scores yet?
Fine, I acquiesce to your 6. But actually, what we should do is compromise and make it a 5.5.
Okay.
Okay.
5.5. We'll say Lorthane is 5.5.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So
what do we got?
You're doing the math, Rich? We made
Yeah, this
the
is
math.
Rich's job.
Yeah, I got
haven't handed
6.75 so far.
Okay.
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 All right.
Let's do ours. Let's do ours. Who wants to start?
Okay.
God, you go.
Okay, I'm gonna give
Gamed?
it a 7.5.
That
Rich?
tracks with
I enjoyed
IMDb.
it. I gave it a 7.5. It was good, but it wasn't like
Phenom. Yeah.
completely knocked my socks off. I wasn't crying after. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Rich,
give
what
it
you
an
got?
8.
8. Bet.
8.
Oof.
I'm giving it
You
a
give it an 8
7.5.
too.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm giving it. Okay, so that's right there. We're
You guys are going to be.
7.75.
What is
I'm
yours
going to
then?
pull it down a little, but not hugely. I'll give it a 4.5.
Okay, that's not
Okay.
the worst thing ever.
Wow.
Just because of my appreciation of the work that went into this thing and the animation, the
Yes.
coloring, and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Sometimes I will give movies a little bit of added
Oh, yeah.
oomph if
There
they-
are
if
things
they-
that
So we
help.
got
Yeah,
We
exactly.
actually
7.1.
we just saw the
Oh, here are the
movie
bimbos. Here are the bimbos.
Ash,
Yes, Ash.
and that's what I felt on that one. Was like gave it huge props for the effort.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
I rated that like 5.25 or something, but yeah, what kept it from like a 1 was exactly, the effort.
a lot
the
of cool
attempt.
concepts
Yeah,
and
exactly.
attempts happening. A young filmmaker, his first film,
Yeah.
or second film maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
I think second.
But anyway,
right.
side tangent.
Redline, and then what was the audience score?
6.75.
Oh, 6.75. And ours was 7.1.
So
So
well,
they're
that's
pretty close.
because
They were pretty close.
No, ours
Yeah.
wasn't 7.7.
Ours was 7.1.
7.1. I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, she just got. That's all that her average pulled it down, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I can rate it lower if you want.
No, it's okay.
No,
Don't
no,
do
That's
it.
enough drama. That's enough drama for one movie.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking about Redline.
All right.
So which one?
Lord of the
one is
Rings?
next? Lord of the
Lord of the Rings, I think, was next.
Yep.
Lord of the
Awesome.
Bring it.
Speaking of like attempts at things,
Yeah.
I loved the attempt of the multidiscipline or multimedia effects of it, and I don't know if I loved it all. It got a little bit fever dreamy for me, but I loved the attempt and the crossover and like just playing with style. Loved
The
that.
music.
Yeah.
The rotoscope. Yeah, the rotoscoping
Yep.
was absolutely at its prime here, I guess.
Yeah. By the way, guys, if you have seen The Lord of the Rings, if you did your homework like good audience members, please put your rating out of 10 in the chat.
Like good audience members, not foolish.
All right. Who wants to start on this one?
One thing that I noticed moving in was how much of like that visually Peter Jackson used from this.
Yes.
And
Many
I'm like,
shots.
Yep.
I'm like, I didn't hate that. I think it was like a nice homage to what was done before. And some of it, was like also, looked this way in the animation and in Peter Jackson's because it was based off the pictures that J.R.R. Tolkien did or whatever. But
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where we landed. I think ultimately is that there's such a melange of a wealth of visual, visual data in relation to these movies that had been produced even back then.
Mm-hmm.
And so all this imagery, even like this image, like.
Yeah.
I
They did Sam dirty, dude.
They did. That was that's literally my second note is they did Sam so dirty.
No, I guess I'm kind of glad that Sam wasn't like a tard in the movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he. Oof.
Yeah.
That's how they interpreted it. These guys, these masters of craft, looked at the book, read it,
and they
were
said, "This
like,
guy's an
this
idiot."
motherfucker's retarded.
Did you find that the facial expressions that was it Frodo? Frodo, right?
Sometimes,
Or Frodo. I get Bilbo and Frodo. I know one's
Frodo
young,
is
one's...
Lord of the Rings. Bilbo's Hobbit.
So Frodo, sometimes he had these really oddly drawn expressions. Did you guys notice that?
Oh, yeah.
Like he's supposed to be smiling, but he looks like he's grimacing. It looks so weird to me.
Yeah.
And also sometimes, like, okay, for me, I felt like that the switching of disciplines, like, was a spice that they just went a little heavy-handed on. Like, there were
You
times when I was
talking about like the
why?
switching between the animation and like the human actors?
Yep.
Yes, and so like one that stood out to me the most, I think, was like in the Prancing Pony. There was
In the
like
bar, I noticed that
The
too,
Prancing
yes.
Pony was
Yes.
like when that happened.
all
like,
animated, and then one moment where
watching?
someone's like,
Yeah.
as a real person, I was like, "The fuck are we? What are you doing here?"
I loved it. It was just like so out there.
It's just so goofy. Yeah.
It was an interesting mixture for sure. Stood out.
No, it's a bad choice.
I actually didn't hate that.
Legolas had the like.
That's
eyes, the
Legolas, right?
weird-
Yeah, he looked a
the
little odd,
weird,
didn't he?
Authentic eyes from like, because I think their eyes are supposed to be like a little like almond up, but that's super
Yeah.
weird. So like, I can understand why Peter Jackson didn't do it. But Legolas was also kind of a fairy. He was also kind of
little bit.
Yeah, look at him.
He was very like. Oh, he pranced around. He was like a little ballet, like.
Gandalf didn't seem as badass in this one as he did in the live-action movies.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but he definitely
I
was as
kind of
absent
disappointed.
as
Yeah.
Whoever did like the body animation for him did a great job. I loved like all the movements he did. He was like tweaking out where it was just like very spot. He like walked a very particular way. It just like everything he did was just like so exaggerated. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was also just really random stuff. Like, okay, when Frodo got stabbed and
Oh, I
they're
know.
about to cross the river
That
And,
rhythm.
and
Oh.
there's a scene where one of the riders is after him, and I don't understand what the hell is going on.
That was an
They're,
acid
like,
trip I
looking
didn't
at
wanna be
each
on.
other. Looking at each other. The one of the horses started going sideways.
Like side trotting. And...
Like, what was that all about? And it was so long. That part was so drawn
Yes,
out,
yeah.
and I had no idea what was happening.
Like, this was clearly, like, so much of it was just to showcase their animation style and the rotoscope and everything else. They were like, story and pacing be damned.
Yeah.
We are going to be watching this for a long time. Like, some of the battles, it was, a little bit of that was a bit drawn out.
Yeah, for sure.
And
pacing was a problem.
Yeah.
It really
Anthony Daniels was Legolas. I didn't know. No, I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't pay
C-3PO.
close
John
attention
Hurt
to
was
the.
Aragorn.
He was
I
there.
didn't
He was
know
at
John
Planet
Hurt.
Comic Con.
Yeah.
Anthony
John
Daniels. He was
Who?
on the loudspeaker too.
Wait, who?
Anthony Daniels.
Okay, wait. So someone saw a C-3PO. That was. I just
Probably
assumed.
wasn't him.
Okay, all
But
right.
he
It was
on
someone
the speaker.
cosplaying.
He was on the PA.
When? I did not know that was him.
Yeah.
I knew that Barney came on and then Golem came on.
Yep. And the next
Those-
day it was C-3PO.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yep. What else about? There really were a lot of Lord of the Rings, like places where you could see the inspiration of the Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Andy Serkis's performance, his body acting.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Very clearly inspired by this movie.
I never forgot this Golem. I remember we first rented this. The very first time I saw this, I think it was in high school or upper middle school, and we rented it from the library on those big projector reels. And we had a projector,
fun.
and we put it up on the wall. And I never forgot the character of Golem. I'd never read Lord of the Rings, but I never forgot that character. And Andy Serkis did portray him very well, I thought.
Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and like pretty close to. I mean, even the voice was pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
In this version compared to the Rankin Bass version. Rankin Bass version is probably still going to be my favorite, but like this one is it's clearly what they were going for with the Lord of the Rings movies.
So I'll get this right out of the way. This was my favorite of all the three. And probably because I'm familiar with the story and already like-ish the story. I mean, I'm not super in love with Lord of the Rings, but I enjoy it. And so I like this. I did like the animation. I agree with Ryan that they overdid it a little bit with the mixture of the two different kinds. I particularly like the sound of the audio and the Foley and the voices. I don't know.
There's a warmth to it.
Yes, that was getting ready to say, like the texture to it was warm. It sounded warm, and I really did enjoy
techniques.
hearing that. But also, what is a sister daughter? What is that? They mentioned
I don't wanna
something
know.
about someone being a sister daughter. I was
I
like,
want to know.
what does this mean?
Yeah, I don't
I'm just gonna
either.
let that part of the movie.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Okay.
gloss
Yeah,
past
any
that one.
Tolkien
The
lore
daughter of a
experts can
sister?
answer this question?
She's
Anybody in the
daughter-
chat?
She's a daughter of a sister.
And I can't even remember who they were referring to when they said that.
I want to say it was like Awen or somebody in Rohan.
I was wondering,
Rohan.
but I can't remember because it has been a little bit since
Yeah.
I saw this.
Sister daughter.
I'm just gonna assume it's like let's just say it's like old
call
and
me
like how you say a
sister.
bridegroom
I'm
instead
from
of
Florida, so I can explain.
Oh
Oh, good.
no, put it away, Bear. Put it away.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Yep.
All right, here we go. So,
We have any
So
scores?
wait.
Lord of the Rings.
Has everybody
wait.
talked? Has
We
everybody?
had- I don't know. Rich.
Well, we're kind of doing it more of that open
We're
forum.
just kind of
you know.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only have
You
one
wanna
6
add?
out of 10 and 8. Any more numbers? Come on, audience. Do your
Come on,
homework.
Lord of the
Give us
Rings.
ratings.
Oh, here,
Out of 10.
There's the drum roll.
I did think it was like very.
What? Okay, Rich. Sorry. Go ahead.
I
Screw
did
what
think it
you're
was like
saying.
the pacing was like really weird at times.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, I could notice differences between this and like the live action movie adaptation of that like the live action kind of did better. The Rivendell Council scene was like really weird because there was like narrated exposition about what they were talking about. What else? When they just kind of they showed up suddenly, like, we're gonna go see the forest elves, and they were suddenly just there. Yeah. Like there was a whole they missed the whole part where they're like actually going through the forest. They're just like, yep, we're here.
Yep. Some fast
I felt like the whole like second half of the movie, maybe like even like the last like quarter of it, was just like, it was like, I don't know, I was kind of like done with the movie at that point. I loved it overall though.
Yeah, but I agree. At the end, I was kind of like, all right, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because like I don't know, I feel like
No. Okay.
the Moria,
you know
the whole
what
Moria
problem
section
was?
wasn't that long.
No, the problem is
Well, not
that
Moria.
they had the other movie. It was all at the end of it also. Like it was all the Return of the King. I don't know. Was that a third?
That's
book?
that's another movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, Return of the King is the third book. This movie was the first two books.
Was it
Okay.
okay? For what did I think?
Yeah,
There
it
were
was.
3 animated movies.
There is a third.
I thought there was two.
There's a Return of the
There-
King.
yeah, there is.
Yeah, but that's a second one.
It's a Rankin Bass one. No.
Yes, it's the second
goes-
one. This-
Maybe
goes
because it's
Hobbit.
the Hobbit.
And then
Hobbit.
Oh, but I
Lord
wasn't
of the
counting.
Rings.
I wasn't count. I'm talking about just like the Lord of the Rings collection of stories. I thought there were 3 animated movies for this. I guess I was incorrect.
If you count the Hobbit, that's what they mean, I think. Okay. I wanted to talk about pacing just a little bit more. Someone said, to be fair, Tolkien has wonky pacing. I don't think he has wonky pacing. I think he has slow pacing. It's not wonky. It's pretty steady, actually. This movie definitely has wonky pacing. Like, sometimes things go by, and like Rich was saying, they just talk about what they talked about in Redline, right? And they just blaze past certain things. It's like, what? What about that? But I am kind of impressed that they were able to get lots of stuff from books 1 and book 2 into one movie. That was
Cohesive,
what,
yeah.
2 hours? 2 hours long?
something like that.
But also there was really stupid stuff. Like okay, when you said Moria, it reminded me of the Balrog.
Oh,
Which was hilarious.
my God.
The
was like,
Balrog was
aw.
hilarious. It was a dude in a suit.
It was so bad, but I loved it.
Me
guy.
too.
It's just a
Me
guy
too.
in a suit.
always a
It's
dude
so
in a
awesome.
It was so good. I loved how stupid that was. And they couldn't figure out how big it was. Sometimes it was really big. Sometimes it was just like a few feet taller than everybody else around.
Yeah, the
him.
perspective was like weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just wanted to remember the Balrog. That was awesome.
Remember the
I've already
Balrog.
forgotten about that.
Yeah,
I've already
it was
forgotten
amazing.
about that.
I wonder if we can find a picture of it online.
Yeah, because I've completely forgotten when this
Balrog?
character showed up.
The
It was
Balrog?
right when remember
It's
fly
the-
you fools.
Yeah, it's the dude that
Oh.
offs Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah.
Whoa, when Gandalf said, "You shall not pass."
Yeah.
That dude.
Yeah.
That's the Balrog.
The
That was a
unscary
very
Balrog, there it is.
anticlimactic moment in the movie compared to the live action film.
I love.
This
How
clip
long
is
is
2
this
minutes
clip?
long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the orcs
that?
looked terrible. All the orcs looked just absolutely awful. It
Here
was-
I come. Here I come. Was that him? That was him for a second.
Yeah,
right?
he mentioned. He said his name.
It's coming. It's coming. There he is.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
that, yeah.
Look at that little Mothman.
Yeah, it does
Nice
look like the
wings,
Mothman.
bro. Nice wings, bro.
It does.
Like one thing they really should have animated. And they put a dude in a suit.
Skadoosh.
Wow.
Skadoosh with you. Off with you.
Look at him go.
No, it's perfect. It should not have been animated. It was perfect the way it is.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Oh, it's rumbling.
Copyright strike.
yeah. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Incredible.
Yeah.
All right, scores on this one, folks. Let's start at the bottom. Cindy, what do you got?
I got a
Wait a minute,
6.5 for this one.
Make sure. Do we have any more?
Yeah,
It
we
looks
need
like
some
we have
more.
two numbers.
We had two.
ratings.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
just
audience.
2.
Audience,
6
you are
and 8.
so fired this time. Like I'm not
I
joking.
tell you, they just do not hold up their end.
I
of this
got a
bargain.
7 average.
Okay, 7 on.
So far, unless more
right.
come in.
Yeah.
I give it a 6.5.
I also give it a 6.5.
I'll give it a 6.
Okay.
I'll give it a 6.5.
I think we're gonna be in the 6 range.
Give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so 6.4 is what we got.
And the IMDb is 6.2.
That's very close.
Yeah.
It's very close with that.
Well,
And
we
the
were
audience as
very
well.
correct. Audience was super wrong.
I know, Enigma. I agree. You did. You showed up and made your bad comments. That was not
Thank
a
you,
reference
Enigma.
to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm referencing you. You're fired.
He gave a
Wow.
score.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
He did. He's the one that gave an 8. All right, Jeff.
Yeah. Fuck the
Apologies. Apologies. Collateral damage there.
Yeah, just taking shots from nowhere. Well,
Okay.
fierce.
Squawk. All right.
Any last little notes on Lord of the Rings, or let's move on to Nausicaä?
I don't have anything else.
was
I'm
dope.
so glad we waited till everybody was together, because when it looked like the last time it was just going to be Ahmed and me, I was like, that's going to be really short because I don't have much to say about these.
We're gonna have much to
these
say about
movies.
it.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know right now how I felt about it.
All right, and our last one, our extra credit,
Nausicaä.
which is for we didn't actually say what.
Yes.
This is for Earth Force, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
No, it's not Earth Force.
No.
It's
No,
Oh
it's the
shoot!
Desert Girl.
It's in the description. Hold on. I'll tell you.
it was the project Lori worked on.
Oh.
Calamitous.
Calamitous Bob.
Calamitous
yeah,
Bob.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Calamitous Bob.
Yep.
And what was the last movie for?
The last one was for
Lord of the
Blood
Rings.
Mercs.
Blood Mercs, yeah.
Yep.
Bloodlines. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nausicaä.
Okay, there's another Studio Ghibli.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so get the trailer going, get the thing going, because I need to remember. It's been so.
This was like the first one I watched, so I'm like
This is
straight
a
away.
movie from
Honestly-
1980.
Oh, not no sound. No sound.
I'll refresh
Can
your
you
No
mute
sound.
that
From
audio?
Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll refresh your memories. Patrick Stewart is in it, and he did. He voiced her like right hand uncle or whatever.
Yeah.
the
This
hell.
was a stacked cast.
Dr. Goggles, yeah.
Yeah.
There was
it
a
really
lot
was.
of well-known
Yeah.
people in here.
Yeah, and it
Well,
sounded.
Miyazaki
like it,
always
too.
gets it. Miyazaki films always
Oh,
use
yeah.
casts of American, like for the dub.
Well, wait. We don't see the. I need to see the whole
Well,
cast,
Shia
I
LaBeouf
guess.
was in it.
Mhm.
Allison
Yeah, that was a
Lohman
weird-
from
That's the Japanese cast.
from Drag Me to Hell was
No,
in
I
it.
know, I'm
Uma
trying to-
Thurman,
Everyone's
or
cast.
Okay, it
Oh,
starts-
Yeah.
oh,
starts
who was? Oh gosh, yeah, Patrick Stewart, but there was
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman,
Edward James Olmos, Mark
Mark
Hamill.
Mark Hamill,
Yeah.
Chris Sarandon. I mean, Jodie Benson from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people in here. A lot.
Frank
Yeah.
Welker.
And
Yeah,
this was
this is a
was
lot
from
more than I even
1984,
recognized.
and I'm not a Studio Ghibli fan. I'm just pretty underwhelmed by their stuff, but I didn't think this animation looked like it was from '84. It looks newer than it really is.
Oh, well, good for
Yeah,
them.
Yeah,
for
this,
sure.
this movie
I was
was pretty
impressed by
groundbreaking
that.
for the time.
Wait,
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart wasn't in it? Am I crazy?
Yeah, he was.
Did I-
He
He was.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
was the
find
guy.
him in the
Yeah, he
credits
was.
somehow.
He was
He-
there.
yeah, he was.
This
I
is
didn't
the
find him in
Japanese
credits
cast.
somehow.
I thought I did
No,
see
I know
his
that.
name
The-
at some
the
point in the
cast popped up
credits.
in the bottom here.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, there he is.
Lord Lupa.
Lord Yupa.
Or Yupa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the old guy
Yeah,
from the
he was
beginning,
a
right?
lot of. He was a lot of it. Allison Lohman.
Yep.
Honestly, I think my biggest thing is that, like, my takeaway is that I desperately want to do a project that uses only, like, 80s sound effects. Because, like, it was so nostalgic hearing the ships and the guns and the cloud. I was like, oh, this is childhood. I loved hearing all of the sounds. That was beautiful.
I love just retro anime sound effects. Like they're just like just something about them.
Like, the whooshes and they're, like, Yeah, oh, it was great.
The way they do like the explosions, like the
Yeah.
guns and stuff like that, just like a very like synthesized sound.
Like you will hear the same gunshot right after the other. Like it's the same sound. They didn't try to like grab a slightly different one. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, yes.
Mr. Jenner's got it. He gave us a rating. Come on, guys, we need a rating in the chat.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
some. We need some more.
And just
Also-
going along with that, I love the art direction in this movie.
Yes.
This was actually this is his second
Can we get the
animated
photos
film,
or
and this is
something?
based off of a manga Miyazaki made.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
so it was
actually-
his own manga.
Yeah,
You
it
can,
was.
there's
it
a
was
little
his own
photos
manga.
tab off to the side there,
he,
Ahmed.
This was, I think, his first manga.
Oh, okay.
I actually, I can't remember. This was in a magazine, and he eventually started doing it on its own, and he became like super famous for the manga. And this was back like when manga was first becoming popular too, I think.
But this was
maybe
cool.
late 70s,
It was
early
like
80s.
In the
far
80s, really?
future, post-apocalypse. Like she's like she has a way with animals, and and her little trick helps them.
I know. It was so sweet.
And
Oh, she had the nice ant. She had
Oh,
the
the
cute
little
animal.
cat that was
Yeah.
cute.
And that
These things were
that
interesting, the way they
overture,
were
oh,
drawn.
right, these things. Okay.
I love them.
The Ohm.
Their
The
eyes
Ohm,
would
yeah,
be,
that's
like,
right. I
blue or
forgot
red if
what they
got
were.
Mad.
Yeah.
And she leveraged them to like save her people.
you go.
But then it got really dire at the
Yeah.
end, and they kind of
That's
figured
exactly
out.
right, Mr. Jenner.
Typical studio.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought that
typical
that
Studio Ghibli. It's
that
got,
soundtrack at the beginning, the overture, was like so delightfully 80s and just stayed that way throughout. I loved the music in it. And it's always so sweeping, like everything of his.
Yep.
I spent
Guys?
a good portion of this thinking that she had nothing on, and that we
Oh,
kept
'cause
seeing
of
her
her stupid
butt. Yeah,
pants.
it was like
Yeah,
leggings
no,
or
Oh.
something.
It was a
I was
really
like, does she not
stupid
have
color.
underwear on?
I
Yeah.
thought that too. That was in my notes. She. I don't know why they did that. It was weird.
It was
Like, her
supposed to be
pants- her
leggings,
pants
but
looked
they
like-
were
Yeah.
flesh colored, so I thought she was walking around with her butt hanging out.
It's
I'm
just,
like, well,
they
that's
went
really
with the,
inappropriate.
it was the earth tone like
Yeah,
direction.
yeah.
But yeah, every time, right?
It is the same color. Look. Like
Yeah.
her hands are right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's why.
So one thing that was kind of aggravating about this, there was a lot of exposition, too much. Like
Yeah, there was
she
a
was,
lot of talking.
my heart is pounding. Look at that cloud of spores. Okay.
Well, that's
Like-
that I forgave a little more because that is like the anime that I'm used to. Like they're just
Oh
like,
my gosh, I got
feel
so
this.
sick
You
of
know
it.
what it is?
She
I
told us
feel like-
everything that she was feeling inside.
I feel like
and
there was
out.
always like part of what we know in the West is like this language barrier, right? Like where these
Yeah.
voice actors were like filling in time and trying to making dialogue longer so it fits the animation because it's more worth it to do that than to redraw it because it's impossible to draw.
Or
You
if
know
they
what I
would
mean?
just do
it's
like if they would make it a thought track, it would work so much better when they do
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, well,
you know
no,
what I mean?
I think they do it a little
Instead of
better
speaking
now.
it aloud.
Instead of saying it aloud, because that was just a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I was bored out of my freaking mind the entire time I watched this movie. My son was watching it with me, and I just, oh my gosh, I
This
just like
looks
this even
just
more
like
than
Zelda.
Redline. I
This
could
looks
not
just
wait
like-
for it to be over.
This looks just like Breath of the Wild right here. I feel like that was
Hated
probably
this
the
movie.
inspiration.
I
Oh,
like the
then, of
voice
course, the big
cast.
bad monster.
Was impressed with how modern the animation looked, but absolutely hated this film. I just could not. I didn't
I-
care about the
I knew
characters.
you
It
hated
was
it.
boring.
As I watched it, I was like, "Oh, I know Sin's gonna hate this."
Yep. Yep. It's
The
just
whole time-
another
every time
Studio
something
Ghibli
happened,
that
I was
is
like, Sin's
overrated
gonna
as
hate
hell, in my opinion.
I don't. I
It's
mean,
probably my
it is-
least liked. Like this is the one I like the least of all of them.
Really?
Yes.
See, I was just thinking, like, I love and appreciate the way that he makes you have just such an appreciation for nature and, like, you know.
The
his
sarcasm
anim-
is oozing.
Is she a Mary Sue? Would you define her as a
I
Mary
feel like
Sue?
she might could be perceived as one. She could
don't
do
know, she
I don't
everything.
know. The thing about this movie is I don't remember it very well.
The thing about
Say
this movie
Well,
is
like,
boring
he's drunk.
as hell. know, right? Boring.
Well, I don't know. I might have
my
also been falling
gosh.
asleep or something.
Yeah,
just
no,
from
I think
they,
THC had a little to do with that.
She got blown up, and then and then
be honest with you.
all the big ohms, they collected her and like worshipped her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
like the
kept
Matrix.
thinking. So one of the characters in here reminded me of Tila from He-Man.
Oh.
And I wondered if He-Man, I don't remember when the He-Man cartoon came out. I think it was a character played by Uma Thurman. She had that thing on her hair and she had red hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost wonder if He-Man copied that style a little bit for Tila or vice versa. But I think He-Man came out after this. But I might be wrong.
Yeah, this would have predated
That
He-Man.
girl right there,
yeah,
that chick.
her, yeah.
Doesn't she look like Tila?
Yeah,
That's all I
yeah.
could think about when I saw her.
Yeah, they could have jacked that.
I liked they were interesting characters for sure. With interesting motivations.
There were?
Oh, look at those pants.
Yeah.
Those
No, they're
non-pants?
different
Yeah.
colors. They're different colors. They're different.
I mean,
that what it is,
sometimes
yeah.
Here they are.
sometimes it seemed very evident that, oh, okay, it's just flesh-colored leggings, and other times it looked like, well, she has no
Yeah,
underwear
how
on underneath that skirt.
Yeah, they should have just committed.
Yeah.
Committed.
It also, I had one tiny critique too that like I felt like maybe at some point someone said they needed to cut some time and they just did it after every scene. There was never a chance for like the scene to breathe and then transition to the next one. It was kind of like as soon as the person got that last word out, it was like click, and then we're into the next thing. Which it wasn't that's not a huge thing for me, but it just was like I like to let things breathe for a second once that's done.
Yeah, it was a bit jarring, that kind of editing.
Well, that once again, like the American like voice actors, if it was a case of that, the American voice actors are trying to fill space maybe, and or doing it different than the original like intention.
No, but I just mean like
yeah,
when the scene's done, like no matter what all's happening or who's talking, it was like an immediate cut to the next thing and not any like
Transition.
yeah, exactly. Like you get like the establishing shot of the next place or something. Nope, we're just
like
going right
that.
in.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I think I just didn't pay much attention to what was going on, and I just enjoyed
The visual feast.
the visual and audio feast. I think that's all that this movie was for me. I don't even I remember the pacing was pretty steady and
It was very
not
long.
a little
not
a little
quite
slow.
not
It felt a
quite
little
slow,
very
but like
long.
pretty close to slow.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just kind of plodded along,
It's
and I
too
was
long.
like, okay. And I just kind of zoned out and enjoyed myself.
It was too long though. That's for sure.
A little too long. I want to see it again.
Yeah.
I feel I would feel bad. I'm gonna give it a number, but I'm gonna feel bad for not being confident in the number.
I think honestly one of my favorite things that goes across Miyazaki's films is the like grandeur and almost like disgusting like obscenity of machinery, and like those airships were gargantuan. Like and it's he looks at the advancement and over advancement of humanity a lot in his works, and I always love the imagination that's drawn up. What were you gonna say?
He loves his planes, man. Like every other movie he has
Has a
like
plane.
has
Yeah.
planes. I forgot which one it was.
Is he the one, Arturo? Did Miyazaki do the one about that guy that worked on planes in the war? Is that one of his movies?
in World War II? Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. That is
Yeah.
kind of like it. That movie's like kind of about like
Oh, that's the heron, the boy and the heron, right?
No.
no, not Boy and the Heron. It was another one that came
Oh,
out. I think it
what's
was
it called,
something in the
Arturo?
sky.
The wind. No, it's not the wind.
The Wind
Castle in the
Rises.
Sky?
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that what
there
it
you go.
is? Okay.
Yeah, it was about a World War II like Japanese plane engineer.
I thought it
and
was based on
that
a
movie
true
is like kind of
guy.
about like, this guy's love of planes, but then they're being used for like to commit war crimes. Basically, that's
Yeah.
kind of like what that movie's about. It's like, I guess that was kind of like his acknowledgement of that. Is like, yeah, I love planes, but they're also used because a lot of his movies are like very anti-war, very
Oh yeah.
like a lot of like man versus nature kind of themes. Just kind of the vibe he brings.
Yeah. And there was one scene that really stood out to me, animation-wise and style, and I don't remember. It was like a look back at her childhood, and it was all these beautiful golds, and it was captured in a very like distorted way that was kind of like, I thought that it captured well that like aggrandized sense that we have when we look back at our childhood, that it is the nostalgized, a little bit brighter maybe than what it was in reality, and I thought that was captured well.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty goddamn impressive too, the animation. Like I know I'm bringing it up again, but it's just looking at this in the timeline of all animation, and it's pretty insane.
Yeah, it does not look like a film from 1984.
Yeah. So I'll ask you this, Sin. So like even like, okay, if you're not loving the film itself, is there ever a point where you just settle in and just like, like I'm gonna enjoy the art of it, or like the just
No, I hated the entire experience. I do have positives, the animation. So I'm not going to go in negative territory for this, but I was just sighing and just ready for it to be over. Arturo thought it was really funny, and I was just ready for it to be done.
What did Arturo think of the movie?
I don't know. I don't think he was as impressed as maybe he has been with some of his other stuff, but I don't think he disliked it as much as me. He likes anime more than maybe I do. But yeah. No, I even wrote bored and then bored in capital letters in my notes. It's just gosh. But yeah, look at that score. Everybody, like most people love his stuff.
Yeah. Do we have numbers in the audience? No. No, we do not.
We got 3.
Got 3. Oh, okay.
3 numbers from the audience.
Did Enigma give us one yet?
Yeah.
Can't remember. Oh, he gave it a 6.5. Yeah. Yeah.
I think we got 2 6.5s on 9.
There we go. Where's the other 6 point? Where? I don't see these.
So Enigma. Well,
Okay,
you're able to see whatever chat is on mine as well. So.
Yeah.
Oh, got 7.5.
So we got 3 from the audience.
4.
Oh.
Didn't change much. It's like 3.4.
Oh, what
8.4.
8.4.
No, sorry. 7.4. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of rounding a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go. Where do you want to start? Who's rating it next?
I'll go.
Give this. Okay, yeah, go soon.
I'll give it a 3.
Heard.
And the 3 stars are for the fact that the animation was impressive for back in the day. It legit looks like something that he could have made today. And also for the stacked voice cast. That's the extent of my appreciation for this movie. I feel like I don't ever want to watch another one of his films again. I have just never been super in love with his stuff.
Before we move on to other ratings, which ones have you seen so far?
I've seen Spirited Away.
And you didn't like that one?
Yeah,
it was okay.
What the hell?
It was okay. It was all right. Princess Mononoke was okay. I saw The Boy and the Heron. Very overrated. Super overrated, that movie. And I may have seen others too. And then, of course, this one. So I think I just don't mesh well with him.
Okay.
Like everybody else does. And it's not that I outright hate. I'm going to go see Vampire Hunter D on the big screen in a couple weeks from back in the 80s.
him?
I'm looking forward to.
Which
no,
one?
it's not him.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
anime. The first one.
Vampire Hunter D is by the guy who did Ninja Scroll.
Oh,
okay.
and I
haven't seen
like
it.
the second Vampire Hunter D. I like the first one, but I like the second more.
He did at least one of them. I'm not sure. I think he did both.
So I'm going. Okay, so the one I'm going to see is So it's 85. Yeah, so it's the 40th anniversary. That's the one.
There's one that's that's really good, and one that's okay.
This one I think is the one that's okay, and I think the second one was better for me.
Yeah.
That's how I would rate them. But it's about vampires, so I mean, I generally enjoyed it when I saw it the first time.
All right, Ryan,
So-
what's yours? What's your rating?
I'm giving this one a 7.
Okay.
I'll give this one a 6 because I don't remember it that well. So I want to watch it again.
I do remember it, and I'm also giving it a 6.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7.5. I liked it.
I enjoyed myself, but the details.
Clearly not so much. Not that much.
Well, there was a lot going on
Yeah.
around that time, so There's a lot of things kind of pulling our attention away.
Yeah, but we did it.
Yep.
Wait,
Wow.
did we get everybody's
Was
vote?
Spirited Away
Rich,
2002?
what's Rich?
Spirited Away was
I gave it
What's our
7.5.
vote?
7.5.
5. So what's our score?
We got 3, 7.5, 6, 6.5, and then was the other one a 6 or a 6.5?
Yeah, there were 2 6s.
2 6s? Okay.
Oh, that was them. That was the audience score.
Oh, the audience score.
Oh, his audio score was like 7.
Oh, so wait, what's our score now? You gave it a 7.5. Jeff gave
Ours
it a
is
6.
lower than the
I gave it a
IMDb rating.
6.
I gave it
Brian
a 7.
Gave it a 7, and Sen gave it a 7.5.
Yeah, Sin gave it a 9.
I gave it a 3.
A 7.9.
Hey, look.
All right.
And Sin gave it a 3. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, what did we end up with?
I think we got a 6, looks like.
6.
Okay.
6. Okay.
Yeah, because you guys
what-
didn't
and-
rate it as high as I thought you would.
And what did the audience give it?
Theirs is in the
Like
sevens?
7.4.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, they were closer to correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't disagree with the things that you were saying, Sin. I enjoyed the other things more than the elements where I was a little bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Oh, I did see his other one, the castle. Castle in the.
Howl's Moving
How's
Castle?
the cast-
Yes.
House of the Castle.
I-
I like
What'd you
that
hate
one.
about that? Oh,
I didn't. I actually didn't hate that one. I liked it. Okay.
yeah,
Main reason I watched it was because Christian Bale was in it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he did a great job on it.
Yeah.
And then
Stubbs
who's
in that.
Billy Crystal is also in that one.
Yeah,
right?
Billy
He's
Crystal's the
the
fire.
fire.
Oh, that's right. He was.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one's such a
Okay.
good. Oh,
So-
fudge.
We got to
All right.
pick our movies for next month.
Oh, yes, we do. Do we have our calendar?
All right. So
I-
for 2
I
weeks
did-
from now.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So
Okay,
we have,
you're-
well,
So we have another
just
Blood
talking about this
Mercenaries, maybe.
earlier. So
No.
Yeah.
have,
Hey, we do
uh,
Return of the
We've
King.
had enough Blood Mercenaries, no.
Yeah?
We
Might as
But
well
that better
finish
be
it.
the only animated one.
No.
Wait, let's
no,
okay. Let's
we
do.
have-
I
let's
do
do
have
what
some,
our
I do have
titles
some
are first.
suggestions here.
No animated.
Okay, Rich,
So
what you got?
We have Melissa still. We have Tavaga, Prophecy Approved Companion. We have ISM 2,
Blood Mercs.
Blood Mercs also. Yeah. We can. I think in May we don't.
This
We're
will be
not really
March,
gonna have-
Ahmed.
No, this will be.
This will be still for March.
No, it won't.
Oh, we're
April.
moving
We're-
it.
We're
We're,
going to April.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
we're
I'm
moving
sorry. Yeah,
ahead, yeah.
April's just in. Yeah, a little bit.
So we
yeah,
have
so it'll be April.
Wayward Bard. We have Prophecy Approved. We have Life Gives You Legends. And you know what? We don't have one in May. We don't. It doesn't. I don't know if we have Cynema in May. The way this is written.
Oh, we're supposed to.
Oh,
it
there
should be
is.
on the
It's
calendar.
It's the first. It's the first.
Okay.
May 7th. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll save the other May entries for
Yeah.
that month.
Yeah.
So we have to choose from. Yeah, I think we can do ISM. I think that's a good one. That's a superhero thing. So we can. figure
Yeah,
out,
more like specifically an Iron Man thing. Dude in a
okay.
dude in a robot suit.
So we got an Iron Man thing. We got Prophecy Approved is fairly standard, like you said before.
Well, it's fantasy, but it's like glitchy.
Glitchy fantasy, okay. And then we have Life Gives You Legend, which is
Fantasy.
also
Cozy fantasy.
but
Cozy
Cozy
fantasy.
fantasy. So those I think are choices. We could also theoretically throw in Magical Girl if we want.
Oh right,
another
Magical
thing.
Girl.
But as we also it has been suggested, Blood Mercs and do Lord of the Rings. I'm okay with that if that's what we want. If we want to do, you kind of round that out.
The last the Return of the King.
Or yeah. I'm
Rankin
sorry.
Bass.
Yeah.
So
the
it goes
other
Rankin Bass,
the
then
other
to-
anime.
Then to what's his name?
I don't
Who did the one that
remember.
we just
Then back
watched?
to
Yeah.
Rankin Bass, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
then back to Rankin Bass.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one. That can cover both Blood Mercenaries and the When Life Gives You Legends.
Does anybody know Stardust?
Oh,
Someone just-
Stardust. Yeah,
someone
Neil
just said that
Gaiman.
for a cozy fantasy.
It's kind of cozy.
I listened to a bit of the audiobook, Neil Gaiman narrated.
I was gonna suggest maybe like Willow.
Willow.
It's been a bit since I've seen Willow.
You idiot.
I've never seen it. I've been wanting to watch it.
Oh,
So
I'm
Willow
down.
for which one?
I'm down for that.
Legends.
Legends.
I don't think it's cozy,
The
but
halfling lead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
okay.
For ISM, I have Sky High, Rocketeer, or the Guyver.
The Guyver. I don't think I've heard of that one.
It's such a
You will hate the
weird
first
movie.
You might like the second one.
Wait, what was the first one again?
The guy.
Sky High? I've seen Sky High.
I haven't seen Sky.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie.
And I've seen The Rocketeer.
The Guyver. Okay.
Oh gosh, what? What?
It's
Rich,
the
I
first-
don't
it's-
trust
That's
you
super
sometimes
weird.
your
It's
recommendation.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
hang
so
on.
first of all-
I'm gonna clear this
so
up. The guy
first
was
of all-
super weird and gross, and it's really low budget and like kind of weird. And
So
gonna be-
Yeah.
So
It'll
the
be
first
like
one is super
the
low
stuff.
budget. The second one is higher budget and much better, and like way better kung fu. But the anime is amazing. But it's also a TV.
Oh, it's
show.
an animated.
Yeah, it's no the.
No, it's not
there's
animated.
Anime and
Oh.
there's live action. The anime version is the best, like
Oh, I
by
see.
far. It's so much blood. Like I remember I was like 6. And I just was, I loved it so much. It was like blood everywhere, yay! I never seen so much blood in my life, and I was in heaven.
It's kind of like Power Rangers, right?
Yeah, kind of, but like
But
really
with like
fucked up. Power
alien
Rangers.
biosuits.
It has someone in
Yeah,
a suit.
imagine if like it's morphin time, and then the suit literally rips out of his body. And like he's screaming
And
the whole
this
time,
is
and
not-
it's like slapping against
This
his
is
face. and-
actual
yeah.
live action.
Yeah. There's
Yeah, it's from the 80s.
There's Guyver 1
Oh.
and Guyver 2. Guyver 2 is superior.
Oh.
And you do not need to see the first
I
one.
was
to
getting
see the second
ready
one.
to ask you that.
Let's
Do
just
you
see
need
the second
to?
one.
Let's just watch the second one. There's no reason to watch the first one. First one is like the first one is very entertainingly bad. The second one is kind of bad,
Entertainingly good?
but still like actually kind of impressive sometimes because the suits, the makeup and the suits look really good in the second one. And there's like legit martial arts, like fun traditional martial arts fight scenes and stuff.
Okay.
We're talking about
Also, I have one more
Guyver still?
suggestion. If we wanted to promote Dead Tired 3, Big Trouble in Little China.
That
Guyver-
movie.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
let's
wait.
do it.
Hold on. Let's watch a little of the preview.
Wait,
here.
how
This
would
is,
that?
This is Guyver
how
Dark
would that
Hero.
promote Dead Tired?
I was looking into it because like doesn't Dead
racist
Tired have like a
depictions of
Chinese?
Oh, okay.
Does,
Is this the first one?
This is the second one.
Oh my gosh.
It is fun. It is.
Aren't you feeling great about this now?
2 for ISM.
Uh,
There was something else though. Some other Stardust. Or no,
No,
Willow.
no.
Willow.
Willow, yeah, Willow
was
for
in the running as well.
When Life Gives You Legends.
Yep.
Okay.
And then there was Big Trouble in Little China, which like I would
I'm gonna be honest,
take
I've never
any
seen it.
excuse to see it. You haven't
You've
seen
never
it?
seen it?
ooh.
He's young.
When is Dead Tired 3 coming out? Can we do that next
Is it-
month?
Do you have the calendar
actually,
up?
I don't. Yeah, I do, but Dead Tired is not the SBTL calendar wasn't including any Dead Tired 3 stuff specifically, so this will be a way for us.
Oh, I was referring to the release calendar. Sorry, I'll look. I'll open that up and take a look because I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head.
What is this like VR game that's being
I don't know.
Oh, I
advertised?
don't know. This is the Guyver. This is Guyver,
I was like,
bro.
wow.
Wait, hang on. What was the other thing that Willow? No, not
Willow.
Willow. Let's look at Big Trouble.
Big Trouble. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, this movie is
Okay,
so good.
Dead Tired 3 is the very end of April, like the 29th. We could potentially
Can we do that
shift
for
it to
yeah, can we do that for
May.
May?
We could.
Let's put Big
Yeah.
Trouble in
Because-
Little China in May.
In May.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So then we're doing Willow when Life Gives You Legends, and
And
then
Guyver
we're
Dark
doing...
Hero.
Oh, we are doing.
I don't know.
Dark Hero.
I don't know. What was the other one?
Dark Hero. That's gonna be a
Return of the King, Willow, and then the one for ISM would be.
Yeah, if we have, I mean, I'm happy to explore other things
extra
besides
credit is
Guyver.
Return of the King.
Okay.
Yeah, Return of the King for Blood Mercs.
Do we have any other good suggestions for ISM besides Guyver?
Someone in a
Nice.
suit.
It's like a suit sort
Chronicle?
of thing, you said?
Yeah, like mechanized suit. Think Iron Man.
Yeah.
That was kind of what Jeff had mentioned.
Yeah.
What did you say, Rich?
Chronicle, but that's not really like a mechanized suit kind of movie.
I mean, that's just a cool movie.
Rocketeer kind of fits that, kind of.
It's just a helmet and a jet.
And a
No, but
jetpack.
Rocketeers,
Yeah.
because the problem here is it has to do with special effects, right? Because when you get into superhero era, the only way they could have done it is now because of all the CGI. Before that, it was just always bad because, I mean, look what we're watching. It was always bad because they had to do it live action on some level, and it was impossible. Like, it
Would
was
this
just
be?
really
Oh
hard.
well, there's also Live Die Repeat.
Oh,
Edge of
God,
Tomorrow.
I freaking love that. I just watched that.
There's
movie. That
Pacific
movie is-
Rim.
That movie is
Pacific Rim.
excellent. It's so
I mean,
good.
Pacific Rim's good?
Yes,
Pacific
Live
Rim
Die
is
Tomorrow.
really
Live Die
no.
Repeat
Edge
is
of Tomorrow
freaking
is
fantastic. Yeah.
Excellent. That movie, I could play that movie over and over and over. It's Tom
Okay,
Cruise's
well,
best
let's do
role.
that one.
I'm convinced
I-
this is his best role.
Have you seen it, Ryan?
Edge of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So do
I have
I.
to.
We all,
I've-
so
we've
then
we all
seen
love
maybe
it.
We shouldn't watch it.
We've all seen
Yeah,
well,
it.
no,
right.
but here's the thing. I think that
We
sometimes
need to
we
watch
need
something.
that we love.
I'm looking, or
We need to watch
something.
something
we
haven't
have-
seen, though.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go with Sin on this one that we have gone down an odd rabbit hole for a while. We've had what the fuck as the title.
I like what the fuck.
I want to, y'all.
I like
Okay,
watching
but here's
movies that
the
are questionable,
thing.
and I'm like, I don't know if
I
like
want it to be
this.
good. What the
I
fuck,
want to
though.
enjoy what I'm watching. I get
Every once in
annoyed
a
when I
while.
can't enjoy what I'm watching. So, there's that.
So
Okay.
Willow.
But
Edge of Tomorrow is in the list of one of the best mech suit movies.
Oh,
and the
Aliens
first,
Do you know
has
that
a
they're-
good exosuit.
it
No,
does.
is
That's
probably
what
the best-
very mean
that's
thoughts
the
said
best
that.
Mexican
Also,
movie.
Real Steel
Aliens
is another one.
Aliens too good. Like that's the thing. Like with it, it's like
Yeah.
what is there to
So
talk
that's
about?
another one that I.
There's
just know
Real
so
Steel.
Well, I will say I haven't seen Aliens, so
You haven't seen the second. You have not
He
seen
hasn't
that
seen
second movie.
Aliens.
Have you seen the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Didn't we already do Aliens? We
I don't
No,
think we did.
that wasn't the name of the movie, Enigma. It was some other dumb. What was the name of that stupid
it was,
movie?
Zardoz. Yeah.
Yeah, that
was
stupid
Zardoz.
ass movie.
We already did Aliens, guys. We can't. We already
did we?
it. Yeah.
Oh, I just
Well,
wasn't.
not
around
not
yet.
you.
I
weren't-
didn't
you weren't
exist
around.
We
yet.
did Alien. Did we do Alien?
No.
We did Aliens.
Okay. Yeah, they're just too good. They're too
Wait,
good.
did we really do Aliens?
Yes, we did. We talked about because
Yeah.
we talked about the technology.
Oh
we
yes,
used.
that's right. We
We
did
did it-
because
we
I.
did it for
The screen in the
Okay.
background.
Chrysalis, I think.
Okay. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one's out. Well,
Any other
yeah, I
mech?
love the-
Any other mech suit movies? Are we
I've been
settled? Are
looking-
we settled on Return of the King and Willow?
Willow, I feel like we're settled on that.
Yeah, we can
List
do
of
those.
films featuring powered exoskeletons.
Okay,
Well-
we got Robot Jocks a lot.
Robot
are
Jocks?
very mean
District 9, I saw that a while back.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
this
That's,
Elysium.
So good.
Elysium, haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen
That
Elysium
one's
either.
so good too. All of Neil Blomkamp's stuff's excellent. I even like Chappie. Like everything.
Chappie's good too. I like Chappie too.
Some
love
movie
this
called
stuff.
Invasion, that's a Russian film.
Invasion.
Um,
I don't know.
I'm just listing off stuff I saw. What was the one? Oh yeah, District 9 and Elysium.
I'd rather do Elysium because I haven't seen Elysium.
I have not seen Elysium
Oh, okay.
either.
I have. And
There's
it's-
also
it's
something
excellent.
called Exo
You're gonna
Man.
love it. I think you're gonna love it.
Elysium? That's Matt
Yeah, I haven't
Damon and
seen
Jodie
Elysium either.
Foster.
Matt Damon.
Okay. So
Let's
this
do
is
that.
good. We got
Matt
something
Damon,
that yeah.
Matt
I'm cool with that one too.
Matt Damon. You know why that happened, right? You know what the story behind that is?
No.
Team America
so
World Police.
in Team
Oh,
America World
okay,
Police,
it's
they
been
were making
like
fun of Matt Damon. But it was
almost 2
because,
decades since I
because
saw
for
that, I
some
feel like.
reason the puppet melted a little bit in the
Is that what it is?
in the oven. Yeah, no, they talk about it. And he didn't understand. He was like, I don't understand why didn't understand the joke. Like, I mean, they're funny, and I know they're funny, but I didn't get it. Like, that was Matt Damon, trying to like understand.
Oh
But
my
it turned out
gosh.
they melted the puppet a little bit too much, and then they were like, it looks a little retarded, so we're just gonna do that. And they just did that. But I think it was kind of perfect, also, like quite perfect. But this movie is a pleasure. This was a good one.
Okay.
Still, the gritty, except this time instead of being in South Africa, he's in Brazil, right? It's in a favela. So it's like still the themes that he liked, that he enjoys to write about
Okay.
real people and real situations.
I'm down.
So we
Same.
have
You
it.
guys are missing out on some
Never
Guyver.
seen
though.
Museum, Return of the King. We'll come back to Guyver. There's plenty of time.
There's going to be another ISM.
There's gonna be another Guyver.
That's
someday.
right. There will be more ISMs.
Yeah.
I have
guys
another
missing
live stream I have to jump on right after this.
It's fun because like I watch it. I think it's a pretty obscure movie. Like Guyver, for whatever reason, just
Yeah.
never really got popular.
I remember that. That was a cult. That was a cult
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, they were always talking about it, and everybody always wanted to watch it. And like, it was gory, and it wasn't for kids, and so it was like you were cheating a little bit by watching it.
Yep.
But when I actually
Yeah.
did get to watch it, I was just like, oh.
Yeah, they watched it
Not
randomly.
as a kid. As a kid, I was like, this is amazing. But
I think I was a young
watched
teen
it
when
later
I.
on, and I was like, this is.
I think I was like a young teenager when I like saw it like randomly on cable TV. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I
Yep.
bet.
Okay. Well, we good to go then. You
Yeah.
guys all know
Awesome.
what your homework
I
is.
just post-
What
I
your
just posted
assignments
the
are.
homework for us.
Elysium.
Yes.
Return
And
of
so
the
we
King
only have
animated
2 weeks to
version.
get this done. So I got a
Yep.
lot of movie watching over the
Yep.
next couple weeks.
And
Not counting
Willow.
these 3.
And Willow. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Sin. You better do this.
I will.
You better.
I will.
Yeah. And you better like it.
You better.
I'm sure I'll like
Smile.
at least one of them.
No, you're gonna this one. I'm almost certain you're gonna love this movie.
Okay.
Almost certain.
Okay.
Almost.
We shall see.
Because even this guy, this guy.
Oh, I thought I
Wagner-
saw Diego Luna in there.
I know,
Oh.
Wagner Mora.
I
He's
like Diego
excellent.
Luna.
And the
Real
chick who's
quick.
the niece of Alice
Alice
Braga, the
Braga.
niece of what's her face?
She's great. She's always great.
Can't remember her aunt's name.
Real
Charlton
quick.
Copley is in it as well. He's always in this dude's movies.
Yeah,
He's amazing.
he's
What,
awesome.
Jeff?
I love him.
Would you guys consider Crank to
Oh,
be
God.
Yes.
an Iron Man type movie?
Whoa, Crank.
What? How?
Why and
where
how?
what's his face takes the drugs and
Well,
he has to
I'm
stay
sorry, Crank
alive?
2. Crank 2. Because they replace his heart, remember, with the battery?
It's not really a mech
never
suit, but
seen-
it's kind
That's
of.
that's like an Iron Man specific thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
I mean, that's close enough, but I don't know if Sin's gonna like that one as much as this one.
Yeah,
But the guy-
That's
I
a
haven't
great
seen
movie.
either of those movies.
Crank and
Either-
Crank,
any of the
Crank
Crank
2. Crank 2 is much better than the first one.
Yes, yes.
But they're very good.
Double the crank. What is it
Yes.
called?
Yeah.
Crank it up.
Double the
can't remember.
crank.
Crank 2 High Voltage,
Crank.
I think is what it's called.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
Lord.
correct. Yeah. That's
All right, guys.
hold on.
Well, thank you for another awesome cinema
Yep.
episode at Soundbooth Theater Live. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. I'm a little disappointed that you guys didn't all do your homework.
You're
But,
so
next time.
Poor
Next
students,
time.
bad students.
Love you, everybody.
I love you.
Bye.
I love you. I love you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah!
Lord.
Oh, it's not done. Ah!